Every AI skill you've ever built was a guess. Vibes based, fingers crossed, ship it and pray nothing breaks. And it works. Until a model update drops at the worst possible time and suddenly your entire pipeline is cooked. And you're debugging blind at 2 AM wondering what you even did wrong. That's not engineering, that's just suffering with extra steps. But there's a new tool inside Claude code that just ended all of that. Real benchmarks, real evals, actual proof your stuff works instead of just hoping it does. We went from a 40% pass rate to 100%, and I'm gonna show you exactly how. So Claude just dropped Skills v2. Now what does this mean and how is this gonna affect your future projects and your future skills? So if we take a look over here at Claude's blog, you can see that they improved the skill creator. Now what does that mean? If you go to their skill creator in the GitHub repo of all their skills, you can see that they made a massive upgrade to the skill creator skill. And basically what a skill is it's just kind of like a prompt or structured markdown file that gives context to your AI agent. Now, the issue with skills before is that building skills used to feel like an unpredictable black box. There was no systemized way to test or improve custom skills. Also, it was like a 50-50 coin toss when Claude code either triggers the wrong skill or ignores the right one and just doesn't launch any skill at all. Also, there was absolutely zero visibility into whether an edit actually improved the output or maybe it actually made it worse. Now, what does that mean? Well, when base models evolve, these undocumented skills silently break. For example, if you build a skill to fix a poor formatting with Opus 4.6, well, what happens when Opus 5.0 drops? And what if Opus 5.0 is actually better at fixing formatting than the skill you created? Well, now using that skill is actually going to demote how good the outcome of your AI agent is. So does your skill still help? Or is it now just degrading the model's native output? Well, Anthropic's skill creator brings engineering rigor to prompt writing. So what this means is you're able to do testing, benchmarking, and also iterative improvements so that you can improve your skills and test skills versus other skills, as well as test skills versus using no skill at all. And you can do all this with absolutely no code required. Now, before we go into how it tests, we must divide skills into two distinct categories. We have category 1 and category 2. These are split depending on what we're fundamentally trying to achieve using these skills. So for example, for type 1, we have something called a capability uplift. Now, what does that mean? This is a skill that makes Claude better at things currently it struggles with. So for example, right now, if you ask Claude without a skill to create a front-end design for you, you're gonna get some sort of AI slop. So that's why Claude created their native skill, which is for front-end design. And if you actually use this skill, you're gonna get better results. So this skill is actually just making Claude code better at performing tasks than it was without that skill. And the eval goal for this type of capability uplift is catching regression and knowing when general model capabilities have simply outgrown the skill, like the example we went over earlier. Well then, what's type 2? So type 2 is encoded preference, and this is a skill that you kind of give a preference of how you want a structured workflow to work. So for example, if you have a list of 4 different skills and you want a big master skill to go over skill 1, skill 2, skill 3, skill 4, well, you can create a skill which would be a type 2 encoded preference, and this skill is just going to tell Claude Code to go through step 1, step 2, step 3, and people usually use this because they have certain workflows that their team uses, or you have a preference of how you want Claude Code to work. And the eval goal for this specific type is going to be verifying the strict fidelity of the step-by-step process. So it's just gonna make sure that it follows step-by-step the processes that you put into place. So evals are the engine that catch regression and verify fidelity. Turn a skill that seems to work into one you know works. So you can define test prompts, attach necessary files, and describe exactly what good looks like. The system tests the prompt and tells you if the skill holds up. What's super cool as well is they added a benchmark mode, so we can get specific benchmarks on our skills. So what do we get from these benchmarks? Well, we get the eval pass rate, we get token usage, and we get elapsed time. So for example, one skill might use more tokens than another skill. So if you want to optimize your skill, you want it to use the least amount of tokens possible. Also, how long does it take? You can actually test the time of each skill. So with this new benchmark feature, you can actually make sure that your skill is as optimized as possible to be as fast as possible, use the least amount of tokens, and actually work. So multi-agent support eliminates slow, contaminated, sequential testing. You can spin up 5 to 8 independent agents running simultaneously. You can run evals in parallel and compare all of them with each other. This will guarantee clean context windows for every run without any cross-contamination. This is a way that you will be able to test all your skills at the same time to get the true winner. Now, as a marketer, we use A/B tests all the time, and now we can compare agents and the skills using A/B testing. We can test the outputs depending on the skills we use. So for example, we could test how good a skill is by versing it with the baseline. So we can get 2 results. One is going to be with the skill and one is going to be baseline. This will really help us make informed decisions and not just have to guess, is it better to use the skill or is it not? Trigger optimization threads the needle between false positives and never firing. Skills aren't preloaded into the system prompt. Claude routes based on a 100-word description. So if your 100-word description is too broad, you'll get a lot of false triggers. If it's too narrow, it's never gonna fire. So it's kind of like this balancing act where you wanna make sure that your description hits the mark of what you want the skill to do. The skill creator analyzes the descriptions against sample prompts and suggests edits so that it can automate this whole thing and make it better for you. The results so far using these skills actually improve triggering on 5 out of 6 Anthropic's public skills. So now we're basically moving from blind acceptance to informed control. So now instead of just accepting everything AI gives you and not really even knowing what's happening behind the scenes, we can use data, multi-agent benchmarks, and all these evals to actually have an exact path that we dictate for Claude Code to use. This is going to give us way more control of the backend and how our overall workflow works every time. So what does this mean for the future of skills? The future of skills are transitioning from implementation plans to natural language goals. Today, a skill.md is an implementation plan telling Claude exactly how to do something. Tomorrow, the line between a skill and specification blurs. The natural language eval describing what you want becomes the skill itself. So instead of the skill being how to do something, it's basically going to be what to do. So how can we start benchmarking our own skills right now? All you got to do to benchmark your skills is get Claude Code's skill creator, and then you can use that to benchmark your skills. And to do that, you just want to come to GitHub. You can take the link of this repo, which is the skill creator, and you can ask Claude Code to import this skill creator into your project. Once you do that, you can simply just ask Claude Code to run an eval on all your skills or even specific skills, and you can play around with that. This is gonna help optimize so many Claude Code workflows and help you save on tokens and save on time, also get consistent results. Either way, guys, I hope you did enjoy this new update that Anthropic dropped. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Is it something you're gonna use, or maybe you think it's a little overhyped? Also, if you did like the information I provided, please make sure to leave a like on the video as well. I am a new channel and pretty small, so all of the likes and comments really do help me grow and makes me feel better as a creator. Also, if you want to learn more about AI and have access to all my AI resources, N8N templates, and skills that I personally created, as well as over 500 prompts I use on a daily basis, you can go to the first link in the description below and join my school. If you're a business owner that doesn't really understand AI that much and want help with AI or marketing, you can also go to my agency, also in the description, and book a call with me there so we can figure out how to help you out. Either way, I hope you had a great day today, and see y'all in the next one. Peace!